Bam.
Welcome back to the Football Amigo show. Amigo Ayo with some positivity. This time I really like it. Oh man, brother. Arsenal's got a big game ahead of them, man,
I
against the
know.
Premier League champions. Not only that they have to do a guard of honor, pay the respect, but it's a game that they need. How you doing? How you feeling? What's your thoughts? How's everything?
Oh man, like I mean, we're doing this prediction in light of recent results, so I'm not like super confident in how we're gonna perform. I hope to see a more disciplined performance. I really do see um, this game being very cagey and tight and played at a slower and lower intensity than what you'd normally see from a normal Liverpool versus Arsenal game. I'm hoping for a draw. I think at this point, I think that's what we could expect. I see this as maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2. However, if there's a differential, I think that's more likely to go Liverpool's way than Arsenal. Mm.
Yeah, I definitely can see that as well. Do you think this is a game that you bring all your guns out, or because you have to think
What
about it? You
what guns, Sam? We're fighting with water pistols, my friend. Yeah.
hey, you never know. You never know. You see what Liverpool did at Stamford Bridge. You never know. But I said that because you mentioned this before we started recording. Arsenal, there's a story, there's a case of Arsenal not making the top five. If
Mm.
if things go that direction, which I think the chance of that happening is probably one out of 100 chances.
I will
What's
say, I
your
mean, if it could happen, it would happen to Arsenal. Like whatever could have gone wrong has gone wrong this season. So us not making the Champions League because we're trying to win it this season would just be the icing on the cake, my friend. Yeah, it's possible. I think Man City are playing really well, so I can see them beating us for second place, which would be very hilarious. I can see Newcastle being a difficult team. We got to play them, and I can see them beating us again for the third time this season. And we got to play Southampton, and Southampton not a bad team. So at least for the first 60 minutes, they're not bad. So we could be the final scalp that they have. It's so hard to predict. I wish we had we'd played ourselves into a more safe position at this point, especially going into like even if we beat PSG or those kind of things, like you just want to be in a secure position because we don't want to have to think about not making a Champions League, which I think will be a greater. That would be terrible, bro. Yeah, that would be terrible. Yeah, but we'll see though. We'll see. Mhm.
Yeah. You mentioned Southampton. I really think they have a very important game. No game. I really think Southampton have a very important role in making sure Arsenal stay in the top four or top five. Well, let's say top four now. Because they will
Yeah.
play Man City, right? They have a
Hmm.
game against Man City coming up. Whatever happens in that game puts a little bit of pressure on Arsenal, takes a little bit of pressure off their head, right? If
Yeah.
Man City somehow draw that game or lose that game, Arsenal has a little bit of peace, right? If Arsenal win against Southampton, things, push them, of course, in the right direction. So Southampton is extremely important. Another important game that we have coming up this weekend is Newcastle Chelsea, which I think they are also part of the runner-up of the top three, I would say in this case. So, what's your thoughts? What's your prediction of that game, Newcastle Chelsea?
Newcastle, Chelsea. Too hard to say. I mean, Newcastle look like they're on a blinder, but they've kind of like slowed down now, and Chelsea have taken the initiative. I think it'll be a tight game. I really can't call it. If I was gonna flip a coin, I would say still Newcastle. I think Newcastle is still a better team overall, and Chelsea are still trying to find your footing, and I think that could play against them. But that's basically just gut feeling. It has no basis in any kind of rudimentary analysis, rudimentary or not. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good part. I actually see a draw in this game or Chelsea coming back to win it. I
Mhm.
see a Chelsea that is hungry, not only because they, beat Liverpool, but I'm seeing a different Chelsea as they come towards the end of the season, which is kind of interesting. They started pretty well, relatively well, and they just kind of we could not find them anywhere in the top top anything. But now they are doing really, really good. But in terms of Liverpool Arsenal, man, I see a 3-1 in favor of Liverpool. It's going to be at Anfield, but you never know. Arsenal might be angry, hungry, and they just want to do it and get things right. But that's why we like this sport. You never know. Some guy might show up today and, you score them first, they turn out to be 4-1, and you're fighting everything you can. You ultimately get 4-3. And I'm talking about Man United. Man United against West Ham. Any thoughts on that?
Tight game, but I think Man United have too much for West Ham. Yeah.
Okay.
West Ham have
Oh,
a
wow.
long way to go, but I've been very impressed in Man United. I know they haven't got the results that they would like, but I like their desire. I like their determination, and I guess maybe the the last game wasn't a game to show organization, but generally they've been very very organized. How can you say someone ships 4 goals and is organized, but generally they're very organized too. So I think that might be too much for West Ham at the moment.
Yeah.
So to
That's
two
right.
one, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. It's funny. It's crazy to see. I'm looking at the table right now. Man United is 15th. They are above Tottenham. And of course, they are above West Ham. So they will be playing the teams behind them in the next couple of days, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And those games are actually important. To be honest, you're looking at Man United is never going to get relegated, but how in the world do you make sense of Man United sitting at the 15th position?
Well, yeah, it's incredible when you think about it. 39 points out of 35 games. They've almost played more games than they have points. That
That's
is
good.
that is unprecedented from what you'd expect. I can't remember the last time this happened. Definitely not in the Premier League era that they had this low a tally. But they're trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out Europa at the same time. So you have to give some concessions have to be made. Like trying to, if you don't have the squad to juggle both competitions, your form has to drop in one, similar to what Arsenal is going through. And so I can see that. But if they win the Europa Cup, it papers over everything. No one thinks about it too much, and his season will be seen as a success. But they have a long way to go. They got to do some serious recruiting to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Now,
crazy.
if they win Europa, I can't remember the rules now. Do they
They
go
go
to
into the
Champions League?
Champions League. Yes. So Sam, there is a scenario where Arsenal don't make the Champions League next season, and Manchester United is in the Champions League next season. Can you imagine me there? Can you imagine the grief Bide will give me if Arsenal don't make it and Man United with 39 points out of 35 games makes the Champions League? I'll move to a
I
different country,
love
Sam.
this score.
I'll move to a
What
different
country are you gonna
country.
move to? Brazil
I
and
don't
just play
know.
soccer
Barbados, where,
against
where, where it's sunny, there's no internet. I don't have to think about Arsenal anymore.
Hey, I bet Tottenham fans would love to have you around, man.
I'd rather support Man United.
Oh man, any last thought for us? Any destination you're going to?
I'm shopping, man. But you know what? We get to the final, and then I'm not so concerned. Yeah, so I'm putting a lot on this PSG game, Sam. We'll see, but yeah, it's exciting. At least for everybody that's not Liverpool, it's very exciting.
Hey, it's I like where we are in terms of how everything is tied into each other.
Mm,
Especially imagine in Man United, despite the position on the table, how they've been war this season, finding themselves in Champions League.
I know.
That's-
I know. I mean,
and you look
doing
at the
what
other side. Hey, go ahead, brother.
I was like, did Ten Hag make? No, I think he did. He was second once, right? Was it third? Did he come to third? Yeah.
Hey, I
So I
think
guess
he
he
got
made
to top four or something.
top four. Yeah. So he made the Champions League. I was thinking he didn't, but yeah, I was like, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Hey,
And I think
good
I
things,
think
good.
they I think they can do it. I think they're the most likely team to do it because I think they'll beat either Bodo Glimt or Tottenham. I don't think Tottenham's gonna win it, and so yeah, even Tottenham. If Tottenham makes it, like
Tottenham makes it. It
like
don't
it's
make.
so
Listen.
so undeserving.
Hey, I know that feeling, man. Especially coming from a Liverpool that was top of the Champions League table, and all of a sudden you can't
Yeah.
find you can't find yourself anywhere. But hey, this is fun times. The rules makes the game sometimes interesting,
Hmm.
in a good way. Sometimes it makes it annoying. But hey, we play the games are played, of course, by using players' mindset, mentality, physicality, and all of that. But also, the games are also played alongside the rules. So it'll be sad. The fans are gonna be upset, but it's part of the game. It might favor you next season.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll see.
oh man, any last thing before we say goodbye to the amigos?
No, just watching. I'm just on this roller coaster. We're just going with the twists and the
Go the
turns,
way in the turn.
Yeah. See you at a destination, Sam. Yeah.
All right. Hey, amigos, the next destination for you guys to catch us will be on YouTube, either YouTube full video, YouTube shorts. Then after that, definitely go on your TikTok. Find us over there. We are over there as well. We are on Spotify as well. Amigos, keep sharing the message. Thank you to the plenty of you that subscribed in the last 2 weeks. We really, really don't appreciate it. We got some good shows coming up. We're gonna react to our prediction of the season. Amigos are scared. Amigos are scared. Amigos, that's it for tonight. That's it for the show. Have a good, enjoy the games. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Giant Sam. Yeah. Mhm.
Bye.